What's up, world? Welcome to the Positive Truth, uplifting and positive news for a more progressive society. Tim, what are we trying to bring?
Here at the Positive Truth, we're trying to bring awareness, empowerment, inspiration, optimism, and understanding to communities everywhere.
You gonna talk like that the whole time?
No. It's low-key my Batman voice, man.
Well, the Batman voice is Tim. I'm JP, and this is the Positive Truth, where we do positive news stories, fight back to fear, hatred, and bring communities together. It's the Inspirational Monday, so for our audio-visual episodes, we got 2 inspiring stories of people overcoming and succeeding in their goals in life. I feel like we've been talking about graduations for like a month, but it's great though.
Absolutely. It is great. You have to talk about graduations because there's so many great stories that happen all over the world.
And we just got to dedicate this Monday to 2, a high school and a college one. Yours is super awesome. Mine's crazy too. Can't wait to get to them. Before we get to that, make sure to like, share, subscribe, rate, and review. Helps us out so much. Helps us spread this positivity that we're trying to share. We also have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook, and a YouTube where we post these audio-visual episodes and our positive news stories. But Tim, you have to talk about this one. This one's awesome.
Yes, sir. Well, we have a 29-year-old man. His name is Frank Bays. I'm just going to go by Frank because I don't know if his last name, you pronounce it Bays. He actually just graduated from an institute that he started off working there as a teenager as a janitor. He is now a nurse. When he started working there, his family just moved to New York from the Dominican Republic, and he was about 15 years old when he started working there as a janitor. He didn't even know English, but he saw these nurses working all the time, doing their thing, caring for their patients, being passionate, just advocating for them, doing everything they possibly can for their patients. And he realized, you know what, one day I want to be like them. He wanted to be like them so bad that he went to college, graduated with a 3.6 GPA, got accepted to the nursing program, finished that, and now he's starting to work at the hospital that he used to sweep and mop. That's
the best American story we've ever had.
Absolutely, man. Like, families and people come over here to make a better life for themselves. This kid went to a place to work and ended up finding a career. He ended up changing his whole entire family because he's the first person in his family to graduate from college as well. He just changed it for every little kid in his family because now it's no longer like, man, I wonder what college is like. It's like, oh, my cousin just graduated from college. I'm going to graduate from college. And that inspiration right there, just to do that in your family, it ignites a community around it. It's just a wonderful thing, man.
So my favorite part about that story, so when he was there at 15, he didn't know any English. All the nurses, doctors, they were all super helpful. He would just ask them questions like, oh, you get to do this? This is cool. And they would just show her. I was like, yeah, that's what we do. This is awesome. We get to help people with this. He was just constantly asking questions, like as a 15-year-old. And they would always help him, like, yeah, keep that passion. You can do it. You can do it. He had no idea. So he would ask them questions, and they would help lead him on the path.
Right.
And then when he got into nursing school, it was an accelerated program. It was like 14 months. And they're like, this is super hard. You might not be able to do this. And he got a 3.6.
Dude, how awesome is it, the fact that people that were super positive to him, he ended up wanting to be like, and then he ended up doing something great like that, just because people were nice to him and answering questions. It's crazy what happens to some kids whenever you answer their questions. Like, it's crazy.
Just a little bit of passion goes a long way.
Big facts.
So that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
14 years later. You've been here for 14 years. You did all that.
Dude, sabes. JP, I know you got a cool one, man. Let's get to it.
So mine's about a high school kid, just graduated, and his name is Tupac Mosley.
10 out of 10 name.
Definitely 10 out of 10 name. And this February 21st, after his father passed, they fell behind on the bills, and they ended up getting evicted from their home.
That's tough.
So him and his family were just like living in different homes. They were separated. He didn't know where he was going to eat, where he was going to sleep, how he was going to do anything.
Man.
And so while he was doing this, he was going to school, and he was just like, I just got to stay in school. I just got to pass class, because he was on a good track. He ended up graduating with a 4.3 GPA. And whenever they became homeless, he was like, I got to go to college. I got to do whatever it takes. So he started applying for scholarships. He ended up getting $3 million worth of scholarships.
Wow.
Not all to one place, but just separate.
Right.
And he's like, so now he has the opportunity, because of his GPA situation, just taking the time while being homeless. He would just go anywhere, like library, friend's house, anywhere with Wi-Fi. I'm just applying for scholarships. I'm telling my story. I'm doing my homework. I got it. I can't be in this situation. He ended up, he's going to go to college. He hasn't picked yet, She has picked Tennessee State University in the fall, major in electrical engineering. That's what I'm talking about. Tupac.
10 out of 10 major.
And yeah, he's like, I can do it now because it's going to be a full ride. And I just think that's absolutely awesome. He's going to be close to his home. He's going to get a job and go to school. Of course he can do that. And it's just, shout out to Tupac.
Heck yeah, man. Dude, what I took from that story, what like really, really made me just, that's what's up. When you lose a family member, somebody like a parent like that, you can't, there's nothing you can like do to make up for that. And then to go through homelessness and not give up, dude, this dude just like, he went through it all and he came out on top. Like now, same way that Frank over here inspired his family to graduate from college, he just inspired his whole entire family. Like, look, no matter what situation we're in, we can make it because he just made it.
Damn right, Tim. Say it again, Tim.
No matter what we're going through in life, we can get through it because he just made it. True story. True story.
So that's why I thought this story was so inspirational. Hopefully it inspired all our listeners. But yeah.
Dude, to get $3 million in scholarships though? Man!
I mean, they're separate schools, so he's not going to get $3 million, but he's going to get his whole school paid for. But that's how many scholarships he was applying for. He was like, I got GPA. I'm homeless. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep sending them out every day. Do my homework, send out these scholarships.
I'm loving it, man. That's amazing to me. Like, he has options. He gave himself options. He didn't just, like, have to go from one house to the other or one community college to the next level up. He was like, look, I'm going to give myself options. I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm happy for him, man. That's awesome.
It is absolutely incredible. And we are through with our inspirational news stories. But we'll be back on Wednesday with 6 positive news stories. But before we leave, Tim has to do his favorite part.
You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character.
It definitely built character for these two young men.
Absolutely.
Build character for everyone that's been listening. Hopefully these inspired you today. Until then, we're out.
Stay positive.
Yeah.